Samurai Sam has redeemed a Sporkle quiz. He would like us to play the stupidity of WCW. Ooh. Oh, this can only be fun. I'm going to enjoy this, I bet. All right, let's see here. Answer the following questions detailing the questionable at best booking oh boy. Oh buddy. Oh, this is going to go poorly. This is going to be fun. Oh, we're going to have a good time. We are going to have a very good time. I bet. I hope. Here we go. Once we get this on the thing. Okay. Here we go. We got 7 minutes. Let's get a little bit of Spotify in here, just so that it's not entirely me ranting about WCW with no musical accompaniment. We demand musical accompaniment for our WCW rants. We've decided. Okay. How many times did the WCW World Title change hands in the year 2000? I think it's 25. I think it was once every other week. How did the Powerbomb match between Kevin Nash and Sid Vicious end at Starrcade 99? Sid Powerbombed, good. Nash Powerbombed the referee. No. Nash told the referee that he had powerbombed Sid, and the referee was just like, okay, you win. That's what happened. What kind of gimmick change was proposed to Ric Flair by Jim Herd? So Jim Herd proposed that Ric Flair be the manager of the Ding Dongs. He shave his hair and be a Roman gladiator named Spartacus. Return to the Black Scorpion gimmick. Revert to his old I think he was a Roman gladiator named Spartacus. He was! I remember that. That's Ric fucking Flair you told that to. Okay. Vince Russo got removed from his position as head writer after he suggested putting the vacated WCW title on Tank Abbott. That totally happened. True fact about professional wrestling. Which of the following wrestlers never held a title? Oklahoma was the Cruiserweight champion. Vince Russo was WCW champion. David Arquette was WCW champion. The answer is Ralphus. Which of the following Ed Leslie gimmicks never had a match on pay-per-view? Oh, God. Brother Brudai did. Zodiac did. I feel like the Booty Man did, therefore it has to be the man with... Oh, the man with no name had a pay-per-view match. Okay, I got one wrong. Who originally played the Kiss Demon gimmick before it was given to Dale Torborg? I have no idea. I feel like I would know if it was one of these three. Was it Glacier? Oh, it was Bryan Adams. Okay. Which of the following was not part of the Dungeon of Doom? It's got to be Conan. Conan was in the Dungeon of Doom? Okay. A lot of this is like early WCW, so it's not quite in my wheelhouse, but I'll do my best. Which wrestler had the honor of winning Worst Match of the Year by the Observer 3 years in a row from 96 to 98? It's either Piper or Hogan. It's got to be Hogan. Yep, Hogan. Fucking Hogan. Hogan could only win his stellar Halloween Havoc 98 match against Warrior when he got hit by a mighty chair shot from this tremendous... Oh, it's the Disciple. No! Oh, that was the one where Horace Hogan did that. Okay, fine. The Giant was billed as the son of Andre the Giant. That's absolutely a thing that happened. Which wrestler was severely injured on the trap doors? That was the British Bulldog. Oh, God, that's a fucking tragedy of professional wrestling that the British Bulldog did that. Which of the following ideas was not pitched by Disco Inferno when he was on the booking committee? Creating the dance-off title, a Martian invasion, the debut of an invisible wrestler, or building the evil architect. This definitely happened. This definitely happened. I don't know this, but I'm just saying this definitely happened. I'm gonna say he did not pitch an invisible he pitched an invisible... Oh, God. Okay. At some point, we have to talk about the Invisible Man versus Invisible Stan feud, but I digress. How did the Yappa strap match end? Hogan pinned Lex Luger. Flair pinned Hogan in a figure 4 leg lock. Hogan won twice. That's right, Hogan won twice. Which of the following objects was never used as the object on a pole match? Picture of Scott Hall, that was Cattle Prod. That was never the object on a pole. That was never the on a pole. That was just one of the objects that was on a pole. Okay, I gotta go faster. The ultimate surprise was the Renegade. You come out here and try to get the Simpy. I got no Simpy. Which member of Raven's flock played the Yeti? That has to be Van Hammer. He was it was Reese. Okay. Who eliminated Hogan from World War III, causing yet another moment where Hogan stole the spotlight from Savage? We'll say it was the Giant. During the tag team main event of Clash of the Champions, how did Savage revive Hogan? He hit him with the flying elbow drop. Yes, that's wrestling stupid. That's not WCW stupid. That's wrestling stupid. Which action movie icon saved Sting? We've talked about this one. That was RoboCop. 9 questions left in 2 minutes. Who was the only match in WCW history to award a -5 stars? Hogan versus the Warrior. The following main evented Starrcade 94. That was the Booty Man. Oh no, it was Butcher. Okay. The voice of the Shockmaster was Ole Anderson. Who are you to doubt El Dandy? That wasn't stupid. That was amazing. Who are you to doubt El Dandy was fucking okay, anyway. Which of the following wrestlers was not a member of the Misfits in Action? M.I. Smooth was not a member of the Misfits in Action. What was the main point of the feud between Booker T and Big T? It was the rights to use the letter T. Who was the final? We've talked about this one. Jim Duggan found the belt in the trash can. Which horror movie icon? It was Chucky the doll. Chucky the doll had a televised feud with Rick Steiner. That's a true thing. Also, and this is a true fact about World Championship Wrestling, WCW's slogan for a very long time was that WCW was where the big boys play. Kevin Nash is a very large gentleman. He is like legit 7 foot tall or something like that. And shortly after Kevin Nash jumped to WCW, kickstarting what would turn into one of the biggest angles in North American professional wrestling history, Kevin Nash, sitting at the commentary desk, said, "This is where the big boys play, huh? Look at the adjective. Play." It's a true fact about World Championship Wrestling. Look at the adjective play. Hi, Nora. Did you make a sound? I have noise canceling headphones on. I can't hear you. You look like you're looking at something. You're a very good kitty cat. Oh, God. All right. Can we talk about any of these? Like, which of these deserve... Rick Steiner had a feud with Chucky. They exchanged barbs. Rick Steiner and the talking possessed doll Chucky. They yelled at each other. They never had a match. But Rick Steiner and Chucky had a verbal feud. That's true. We've talked about Jim Duggan. Listen, Booker T got thrown out of his tag team when his brother and their manager turned heel, and his brother and their manager brought in Ahmed Johnson, who had flamed out of the WWF after getting injured 18 times, repackaged him as Big T, and then Big T and Booker T feuded over the rights to use the letter T. And Big T won, so for months, Booker T, one of the most marketable young stars in WCW, was just Booker, because he had lost a match to Big T. It's a true fact about World Championship Wrestling. I'm not embellishing a single thing when I say this. We've talked about the Misfits in Action. We've talked about Major Stash and how Major Stash doesn't make any sense, but Van Hammer refused to be referred to as a private in the fake military organization. Hi, get out of that. Hi, come here. You're a very good kitty cat. Yes. Hi, let me put you in front of the camera while I rant about wrestling. There's a good girl. Okay. So this is a legitimate funny thing. Bret Hart was a heel, right? Okay? And El Dandy was a geek. So Bret Hart as a champion. This is not a stupid thing. This is just a funny phrase. Bret Hart is the heel champion, saying that he will put his title up for grabs against any of these distinguished challengers. But then he names a litany of geeks. And one guy on the litany of geeks was El Dandy, who was a Mexican luchador who, like, when he was in Mexico had a great career, but in WCW was just a geek because WCW was terrible to luchadors. So Mean Gene Okerlund, who was interviewing Bret Hart, kind of scoffed when Bret mentioned that he might defend his prestigious championship against the worthless loser El Dandy. And Bret Hart looked at Gene Okerlund and said, "Who are you to doubt El Dandy?" That's not stupid, that's just awesome. Bret Hart ruled. Oh, God, Ed, fucking hell. All of these matches fucking sucked. This one was the worst one. We've talked about Sting and RoboCop. This one I barely remember, but yes, one time, Hulk Hogan had been knocked out cold by a sleeper hold. And a sleeper hold is when you like grab a guy by the back and you like choke him out from behind and you cut off. The idea is you cut off blood flow to the head and then he passes out or whatever. And Randy Macho Man Savage had the brilliant idea that the best way to revive Hulk Hogan was to perform his finishing maneuver on Hulk Hogan multiple times. He looked at the prone, lifeless body of his best friend. Randy Macho Man Savage looked at the body of Hulk Hogan and realized that he alone could not defeat his opponents. He needed Hulk Hogan's assistance. And the best way to revive and resuscitate and rejuvenate Hulk Hogan was for him, Macho Man Randy Savage, to climb to the top rope, jump from a mighty height, and slam his elbow into the heart of Hulk Hogan multiple times. A move that had won him world championships by knocking out opponents. He did to Hulk Hogan in order to resuscitate him, and it worked. Oh, God. Oh, God. Scott Steiner just had marbles in his mouth. That's also true. Okay, I'm mad about this. Here's the story of the framed picture of Scott Hall. You may remember, a few weeks ago, we talked about Scott Hall and how he had been in rehab for a very long time. And even though he was legit, no joke, an alcoholic who was struggling to recover and kept going in and out of rehab and could not be trusted to perform, WCW turned it into an angle. Because that's just what WCW did, right? So one time, the main event of WCW Monday Nitro was Jeff Jarrett versus Booker T in a San Francisco 49ers match. And first of all, a San Francisco 49ers match is a stupid fucking match. But the idea is that there are 4 boxes. We've talked about like a thing on a pole match, right? We've talked about the Viagra on a pole match. This is like, we're getting deep into the semester of WCW 101. You remember earlier in the class when we talked about the Viagra on a pole match? Well, instead of just doing a match where there's one thing on a pole and the winner is the guy who gets the thing, WCW did a match where there were 4 plywood boxes on poles, one in each corner of the ring. One of the boxes, the competitors did not know which. One of the boxes contained the WCW World Championship title belt. And the one who found the belt would be the champion. So in addition to a stupid fucking gimmick that ruins any good quality match happenings, there's also just random chaotic bullshit thrown in. And if that wasn't enough, there were 3 objects in the other boxes. It's not like the boxes were just empty, right? You would, smash one of the balsa wood boxes and pull out a thing. And the thing would either be the world title belt, which means congratulations, you're the world champion and ostensibly the best wrestler in the world because you smashed the right piñata. There would be other things in the other boxes. And the 3 things, because this is 2000 WCW and Vince Russo is the head booker, are terrible jokes that nobody gets. So, oh God. So the 3 things, I don't even remember one of the things. One of the things just wasn't funny. It was like tax or something. It was a weapon. But there were 2 other things in the other 2 boxes. One was a coal miner's glove. And a coal miner's glove is a reference to a terrible old wrestling stipulation that they did in like the 70s and 80s, where at the time you were supposed to believe that this big padded workman's glove was actually a super dangerous weapon because coal miners used to fight with it or something. In 2000, fucking nobody watching got the reference, but it made Vince Russo laugh, so he put it in his world title match. So there was like a legitimate weapon, a coal miner's glove, and the thing in the 3rd box was a framed picture of Scott Hall. So you may at one point have seen this picture, which we're gonna show right here, of Booker T holding up a framed picture of Scott Hall. And he just looks at the camera like he's Jim from The Office 10 years before The Office. He finds this is in the middle of a world championship match, what's supposed to be the most important thing in your company between the 2 biggest stars you have. They do a throwaway wah wah type joke so that Booker T can hold up a framed photo of Scott Hall, who hasn't been on television in months because he is legitimately in rehab. It's a thing that you do in the middle of your world championship match if you're Vince fucking Russo. God. Ugh. And then, just to put a little bit of icing on this cake, the cherry on top of the sundae that was the San Francisco 49ers 4 boxes on 4 poles find the fucking belt match. Whew. Booker T won the match, but he smashed the 4th and final box so emphatically that the belt fell out of the box and tumbled to the floor, and the ring announcer had to run and fetch the belt and toss it to him just so that he looked like more of a geek and needed David Penzer's help to beat Jeff Jarrett and win the world title. WCW was a place where stupid people did stupid things, and also stupid shit just happened. Like, the framed portrait of Scott Hall being a comedy spot in the middle of your world title match is stupid people doing stupid things. Booker T knocking the belt out of the ring and needing an assist from the ring announcer to get it and actually win the world title is a stupid thing that happened. These are both true facts about WCW. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. That was fun. Thank you, Sam. That was 20 minutes well spent.
Hey, thanks for watching. Here's the stream schedule. If you want to click some buttons, it would help a lot. And if you don't, fine, go away.